Hey everybody, what's up? It's Joel, aka The Daily Guru, and it's time for another edition of Something Old, Something New. Today for Something Old, we're going to check out a record you absolutely have to own. It's one of my all-time favorites. We're going back to 1964 to take a look at Eric Dolphy's classic, Out to Lunch. When it comes to the idea of someone making the most of their time on Earth, there are few that can rival the career of Eric Dolphy, as in a period of just over 4 years, he recorded with many of the greatest luminaries in all of jazz history, as well as completely rewriting the books on what was possible within the genre. In fact, as a solo artist, in just over 5 years, Eric Dolphy released more than 30 recordings as a leader of a band. And in this massive catalog of work, Out to Lunch is without question one of his most impressive albums. On this record, it's all about how he works with his amazing backing band, which is centered around the equally legendary Bobby Hutcherson. It's the way that Hutcherson's vibraphone provides almost a second vocal line throughout almost every song on here, and the addition of Freddie Hubbard, Richard Davis, and Tony Williams make this without question one of the greatest jazz groupings in history. But it's Dolphy's performance that steals the show on every single track, as he manages to find a uniquely accessible place within the world of free jazz. And it's the way that he perfectly mixes in these squeaks and odd sounds that makes the mood and sound on this record outright superb. As a whole, the group moves in a completely unique manner, as while they're all exploring very different musical lines, the fact of the matter is there's a cohesion here that you've never heard before. And the result on every single take is nothing short of flawless. Throughout his career, Eric Dolphy played with everyone from John Coltrane to Andrew Hill to Ornette Coleman, but there's no question that his work as a band leader is equally, if not more impressive. And Out to Lunch is an album you absolutely must have in your collection. Get it now, thank me later. Today for Something New, we're going to check out the brand new release from Low Cut Connie, Call Me Sylvia. Over the past few weeks, I've seen a number of music publications going out of their way to praise this new record, so I felt it necessary to check it out for myself. At its core, on many points on Call Me Sylvia, the band is able to really nail that retro fuzz sound that so many other bands try to achieve but fail. This really has a lot to do with the fact that these songs are more based around piano and organ lines than traditional guitar-based songs, and this really helps to give the songs more of an authentic throwback feeling. There are even points on this record where the group treads very close to an early Rolling Stones style of song, but at the same time they clearly draw a ton of influence from other groups like the Stooges, the Cramps, and the Doors. There's an urgency and a kick on many of these tracks that make them uniquely enjoyable, as Low Cut Connie make no apologies for the sound that they deliver, and it's clear they were having a blast during the entire recording of this album. But here's the catch. While the album is certainly a refreshing return to great rock and roll sound, the fact of the matter is they're a bit of a one-trick pony, though they do that one trick very, very well. That is to say, a number of the songs on Call Me Sylvia are a bit too similar in their sound for my taste, and there were a number of points that I didn't realize the next track had actually started because the song sounded so alike, and this is especially true across the first half of the record. But even with that reality, this album shows a massive amount of promise in the name of straightforward rock songs. And on the buy it or borrow it, Call Me Sylvia is a decent borrow it. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you dug it. If you did, go ahead and click subscribe, leave a comment, click like, whatever you want to do. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr right here, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.